Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Here's the Deal, an amazing day-to-day way where we can assist you in reaching your financial goals. You don't have to read a book, you don't need any more education than you already have, nor do you need to purchase any kind of investment system. Did you ever think about it when you listen to people and they talk about how difficult it is to save money? Even for a specific reason, they say it's difficult. Well, I started thinking about that and I said, how hard can it be? Let me tell you how Here's the Deal began. One night and into the wee hours of the morning, I started jotting down ways where I made transactions to intentionally try to save money. And before long, and it wasn't really too long, I had written over 100 of these examples. And out of those 100 examples, after I read them 2 or 3 times, what emerged was 3 keys. The first key is income. And income really comes in 2 parts. You have to have an offensive financial plan and a defensive financial plan. An offensive financial plan is your income, and that's what the first key is called, income. That is your job. Perhaps you have rental property or you have investments. A defensive financial plan is one who has a savings account, lives within their means, and what is called a money date, which we can talk more about. The second key is called consumption, and that really comes into 2 parts too. A consumer of today and a consumer of tomorrow. A consumer of today is basically they spend and purchase and buy with tomorrow's earnings. In addition, they eat out far too often every week. They always seem to be behind. The consumer of tomorrow is a person who has mapped out their financial goals, and they look for ways to see how they can reduce their living cost. For example, some people still have a landline, a phone landline. Well, you cancel that service and you put a good amount of money in your pocket every month. And the last one in this category that I really like a lot is called sleep on it. And sleep on it is this. Let's say you're in an important transaction, okay? And you're getting close to making a decision, but you just can't get comfortable making this decision to buy. So you just say, time out, okay? Let me sleep on it. You'll be amazed the next day the different perspective you'll have on that whole process. The third key is called Swagger 360. And Swagger 360 is really the essence of Here's the Deal. Let me tell you why. Swagger 360, let's say you're in another important purchase. Well, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to research it, right? And make certain that this is what you have in mind. Well, out of research comes knowledge, and out of knowledge comes confidence. So what happens is you go into these transactions and to make a deal, and you have all this knowledge, whether it's the marketplace, pricing, what former customers thought of the product, and the inner workings of the product itself. Well, that's a pretty strong position to be in when you're going in to negotiate for the best deal. And after all, folks, isn't that what this is all about? To make our very best deals? That's the introduction to Here's the Deal. Now, as part of each week, we will give a live transaction with what I experienced in the transaction I went through and saving money. And this week I call it the walk around the apartment or home example. There are a number of ways you can save money around a home and to reduce your living cost. One of them is the most obvious, is your thermostat in your home, to be able to move it up or down a degree or 2 depending upon the season. The second one is your water heater. Now, your water heater could be or should be set at 110, 120, degrees. If it's above that, you can reduce it down, and it will affect perhaps your electric bill every month. The third one, and I understand that some people want to wash their clothes and specific items in hot or warm water. I understand that. But you can wash, for the most part, everything in cold water. And you can see the impact that would have on your electric bill as well. And the fourth example, and as you know, some people like to take long hot showers. Well, if they just cut that long hot shower in half, think about the amount of power they could save. Now, those four examples in and of themselves won't save a lot of money. But if you combine them, okay, how much would that be? Let's just say $1 a day, all right? Well, if $1 a day doesn't sound like much, but it's $30 a month, that's $360 a year. To me, that's a lot of money. So consider those this week as well. Well, that's this week's story on Here's the Deal. Please join us next week, and we'll have an additional 1 or 2 examples of how to save money daily. And remember, Here's the Deal is not going to change the world, okay? But it can change your world. Have a good day. Goodbye.